All right, guys, it's Wednesday. Despite the technical difficulties and lack of sleep, I am here. I'm joined by Mr. Aeroblip.
What's up?
It's obvious he has way more energy than I do. This is what I get for chasing 8 and 9-year-olds around a baseball diamond for 2 hours. But it's a good day because it's a 4-day work week, and tomorrow is technically my Friday.
No, shut up.
I love it. I love it. All right, let's get this show on the road, man. Let's get some quick news out of the way. I guess we have more than just quick news. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, let's just go with it.
First up, Sailor Moon is delayed. It was supposed to come out summer of 2013, but has now since been put to the wayside.
Yeah, so I'm starting to think that this show's never going to come back or never going to air in the first place. Because when you think about it, so the reason how the show was originally announced, it was never anyone from like Toei, which I'm pretty sure is the one who does Sailor Moon. It was by Momorio Clover Z. Do you know who they are?
Who?
No?
Sorry, who is it again?
Well, like Momorio Clover Z. Do you know who they are?
No.
I'm pretty sure they're the band that did the opening to Moritsu Pirates last year.
Okay, I only saw about 12 episodes of that one.
Yeah, the point what I'm saying is that we've actually, it's kind of weird here that Sailor Moon's been delayed given that there's been no official word for a long-ass time about Sailor Moon itself. So I wonder if that musical group actually announced that, hey, Sailor Moon's coming out before the studio was actually ready to make an official announcement. Because I've been looking for news about the announcement, and I actually haven't seen anything on it officially from them.
Except for this.
Except for this. So, oh well.
What? Somebody jumped the gun?
I'm not surprised. And I kind of just don't care. I mean, we'll see what happens.
That never happens. Anyways, yeah. If it ever does come out, now it's not just a reboot, right? It's a whole new...
We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, that's
true.
Because,
like, it seems like they're still sticking to the same characters within the same universe. At least it looks like it. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like, we don't know if it's a new story. We don't know if it's like slightly modifying the old story. Who knows? Well, you just got to wait for it. But we do know it's supposed to be a 20-year anniversary, and I think that's the main point.
Yeah. We'll see. But, if it comes back, great. I only watched bits and pieces of the original, despite it being out, I guess, for my generation.
Yeah,
it was never quite my thing.
I mean, I could only catch it whenever it was on Cartoon Network. And even then, I was like Cardcaptor Sakura, so I didn't even care about Sailor Moon, to be honest.
Yep. All right, next quick hit.
Go.
From D-mails to dollars. So, we took the text out of here. But Steins Gate movie debuted with $8 million or something like that? $7 million its opening weekend?
Wow, you are completely off. No, so 18 screens in Japan, about 60,000 tickets. That nets in about 86 million yen, which translates to
$860,000. Yeah, I got another zero again. At the current exchange rate of 99 yen to the dollar.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure Madoka did better as far as a comparison-wise. I'm pretty sure Madoka did better.
But it was number 7 for its opening weekend, wasn't it?
Yes, but I don't know what else was airing at the time.
Yeah, it was like 3rd or 4th anime that was airing that weekend.
Yeah.
And against things that didn't debut, so it didn't do too hot, I'll give you that. But a modest showing. It's not terrible. There's worse things they could have put out, I guess.
Well, I don't know, because...
I mean, there could have been an Idolmaster movie. I mean, that would have been terrible.
Shut up. So it's weird because, like, I've been trying to figure out exactly what this movie's about, and I think there's some confusion on what's going on because it's announced that this is supposed to be, like, the true end to the whole Steins Gate thing compared to what the show did.
Oh, really?
But at the same time, like, is it a sequel? Is it, like, an original story? Is it, kind of like a start from episodes 1 to 25 and condense it?
I thought it was a condensed series with an original ending, or a different ending, alternate ending, whatever you want to call it.
I don't know. Well, apparently it wasn't really that big, so.
Not enough
again,
to change.
18 screens, that's
not a lot in Japan.
I feel like that's like a film festival.
It almost is, huh? But 18 screens, $800,000, or almost $900,000. That's not a bad showing for 18 screens.
I guess. We'll see.
Yeah, but probably can't hold out much longer. All right, next quick bite. Yamato $21.99 is going at least to North America and potentially worldwide.
Well, they actually never confirmed it was North America.
True. They said it was leaving Japan under the name Star Blazers $21.99 as a tribute to the original Star Blazers release in the Western Hemisphere.
So this series, developed by Xebec and AIC, this has actually been released for a long time. Like, the first Blu-rays came out like a year ago.
Last fall.
Yeah. So
last summer.
So they've been selling the Blu-rays for like a long time. I think they're up to episode 14.
14. So here's how the release has gone. They would do a movie. Then a month later came a 4-episode Blu-ray disc. So at this point, we're up to episode 14. The next movie aired in April, so I think it's already out. And the next 4 Blu-ray episodes are at the end of May.
Yeah. And essentially, it's supposed to finish by, I think there's 4 more discs. And there's one a month, so it's May, June, July, August.
So there's 2 more discs. There's 8 more episodes.
2 more discs?
So there's a disc that comes out in May, and then 2 discs after that.
Oh, okay.
Because it's 26 episodes, 4 episodes per disc.
Yeah. But here's an interesting fact, though. I actually went to Amazon to see, like, Amazon Japan to see, like, you know, what are the reviews and that kind of stuff. Apparently, if you're in America and you use the regular Amazon, you can actually buy the Blu-rays. So, and like, according to the specifications, it says that they're English subtitle. And Blu-rays are also region-free.
Interesting.
So it's kind of weird how there's an announcement saying there's an international release when apparently this has already been available, at least in the United States.
Huh.
So,
well, the original Star Blazers is, yes, but not the... I didn't think...
No. I'm talking about the $21.99 reboot, like the one that's currently going on right now. You can actually buy those in the United States. Or at least there is a...
placeholder?
There is a seller. There is a seller.
Oh, somebody's buying it in Japan and then reselling it here, probably.
Who cares? I mean, it makes sense because they actually haven't said who the publisher is.
But I don't think there's an English subtitle on those.
According to the specifications on Amazon, there is English subtitles. I don't know how accurate they are. I just know that there are technically English subtitles.
That makes me really suspicious.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Considering how there is no publisher announced, like we don't know if it's Funimation, Sensei Filmworks, we don't know who's bringing it to the West. So, again, you could be right in saying that maybe it's just an importer-exporter type thing. Considering how they haven't made an announcement yet, I bet you, like, at one of these upcoming conventions, whether it's Boston Annie or Otakon in summer, someone, either Funimation or Aniplex, is going to make a big announcement about this.
You would think, I hope it's not. Well, it's probably going to be Funimation. They have the most amount of money. Aniplex, yeah.
I mean,
they screw people over, though. I don't want Aniplex to get it.
It doesn't matter. The point is that if you notice, though, in the recent years, or in the recent seasons, it's better to say, is that whenever they are releasing something new on Blu-ray, they go all out in advertisement. Like, they do much more than Funimation ever does. Like, the Madoka screenings, like, that was something Animation did. Or Aniplex did. I don't know why I'm saying Animation. Yeah, Aniplex did. Fate Zero, remember all that hype? That was all Aniplex. Same thing with Sword Art Online. So that's why
Aniplex has the smallest long-term market compared to Funimation, like in terms of where they can market it and go.
It doesn't matter. The point is what I'm saying is that if,
I know.
If
You're saying Aniplex might get it,
not a publisher, then I'm pretty sure there's going to be a big announcement later.
Yeah, I would think it's going to be this summer once they're close to finishing up the Blu-rays.
We'll see.
So
all right,
maybe moving on. Oh, so speaking of licenses, Sentai has made a huge splash in the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Akunohana, Utano, Samurai Bride, blah, 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 blah. It just keeps going.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It seems like they're going with scattergun, shotgun tactic.
There's no consistent genre. Cheap. Yeah, there's no consistent genre here.
And I'm pretty sure they're just going for all the cheap ones, too. It's like, I mean...
I feel those those are all pretty low end, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, based on what like the popularity on Crunchyroll, you can kind of determine at this point like which are the big shows this season, like Gargantua, like Attack on Titan, those kind of shows that you expect them to pick up, but instead they get these lower shows.
And
So
I'm going to say Aku no Hana is going to be a loss for them. It's just
depends on how much they bought it for.
Yeah, if they didn't buy it for much, they're not losing much.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. It also depends on the deals too. Like for all we know, like maybe they're like with Aku no Hana, it's like, oh, here's a special Blu-ray set, only $50.
Yeah.
I think people would jump on that.
Yeah, I think people would buy a cheap DVD set more than they'd. Yeah, beside the point. So Sentai's making a splash. Neon Alley, isn't that?
The online one.
Yeah.
But they announced that they will start streaming High School of the Dead. So.
Which?
Yay.
Yeah. The manga. Good grief. The manga just started re-releasing again, so maybe it'll pick up some traction.
I don't know. I never thought the manga was that popular in the first place.
You know, because it was never consistent. The author would release one this month, one another month. When it was consistent, it was pretty popular. But now it's just kind of, it's filtered away because everybody's forgetting about it.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
If anything, I think that I could actually probably see Madhouse picking it up again for a second season. Maybe not immediately. Maybe by 2016, I could definitely see another season.
Probably. All right. So, Little Witch Academia. It was one of the animator series this year.
Yep.
The Young Animator series. Unfortunately, I've only seen about the first 5 minutes before I got interrupted, and I haven't been able to get back to it.
Oh, dude. Okay.
I know.
Here's the thing. This one is probably the best one of all four.
Is it?
So far? Yes.
What are the four? So there was this, Death Billiards.
Rio, I think. RYO. And some other one that I not to care about.
What was the other
I don't
one?
think it's been released yet. But
yeah, I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen I haven't gotten RYO either for Rio.
Just who cares? Just watch Little Witch Academia. It's well done. So this one is done by Studio Trigger. Their only other work they're known for is Inferno Cop.
Inferno Cop was kind of a cult hit.
Yeah. So, don't forget, though, Trigger is essentially like a subgroup that formed from Gainax. Like, a bunch of people left Gainax, and they made Trigger. And here's the cool thing.
Is it all the people that made stuff at Gainax when Gainax was cool?
That's what we like to think.
Okay.
Yeah. But here's the cool thing, though, is that Trigger actually is understanding how popular the show is, and so I think they're testing the waters to see maybe if this can become a series or not. Like, almost as if they're using this show as a pilot.
Not a bad idea.
So check this out. Check this out. So Crunchyroll recently picked it up and posted it on their website. Okay. So that's going to rake in some views. In addition, they also released it on YouTube as well.
Which is where I was actually watching it. It was on the YouTube.
Yeah. But this is for everyone. Also, with subs and up to 1080p or 1080 high def, whatever you want to call it.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So this is actually really big news. So if they can rake in enough views, and if Trigger is hurting for some new shows, they could potentially pick this one up for actually a full core show.
That wouldn't be a bad. Like I said, what little I saw was pretty good quality. It was.
Watch it with your daughter.
She'll soak it up like nothing.
Exactly.
Actually, my son's gone this weekend, so I'll watch it with her. She'll love it.
Yeah.
I got 5 minutes into it. It was beautifully animated. It was entertaining. I love, like I said, the first 5 minutes has that little girl in the stands that's watching, right? And you're almost experiencing the act through her emotion. It was great. It was well done. Just that first blip I caught. Yeah. I was disappointed to get interrupted, so I couldn't finish. But yeah.
Oh, that's your fault for having kids.
Yeah, I know. I should have got snipped.
And getting married.
So yeah, people in college get snipped as you leave. Save you all kinds of heartache. Moving on.
Dude, I like that juice though.
Shortage on Titan. So this week, the animation studio put out job requisitions or job placement ads for additional animation staff for Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting. This is a currently airing show. Currently.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So Kyoji Asano, who's actually the chief animation director, let's get the titles right, chief animation director,
okay,
publicly tweeted saying, we are currently experiencing worker shortages. We need help. So essentially, if you have talent, you know Japanese, and you have a portfolio, you're more than likely to get a job. And it's very interesting given how they have such a unique art style with this show. So
it really requires more of a seasoned draw, a seasoned artist, rather than just somebody amateur, I guess new to the industry.
Well, here's the thing, though. The positions they posted, they're not amateur. So they're
No.
looking for an animation director, a key animator, and a bunch of in-between animators. So the in-between animators, maybe you can argue you can get some amateurs there. But a director and a key animator?
Yeah, those are lead positions. They're not
Yes.
positions that you would expect to try to fill on a show you're right in the middle of.
Exactly.
It struck me as odd. I just didn't. It makes me a little disappointed because this series has potential, and if it gets botched halfway through, damn it, is all I can really say.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I can get from this is that I think there's some internal strife going on, not because of shortages. Let's look at the big picture. So when the show was announced, there was a joint project between Wit Studios,
Yes.
which was formed by people from Production IG, and Production IG. Now, look at all the shows that Production IG is doing this season.
Gargantia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can name these off my head. I can't name the rest of them. This one, and I can't remember the other one.
Yeah. Point is, not only do you have those shows, but think about what's coming up in the summer as well, and because there's still one unnamed Maou-sama, and there's also the fall season as well, which they got to get ready for too.
Yeah, which IG's done a lot of Maou-sama shows recently, so
They're spreading themselves thin.
very.
And I think that's what's going on, is that they took people essentially from Titan, because it's not actually theirs, it's Wit Studios. So they took some people there, and they're shifting it to other places.
Which would make sense if they've got to backfill their summer and fall lineups.
Mm-hmm. So, who knows?
So it's kind of a good sign for IG that they're busy. It means they're going to be producing more stuff.
Yep.
But it's almost bad news for this immediate series because you don't know what's going to happen.
Well, we don't know. And that's the thing. I mean, we know Attack on Titan is 2 core, so 2
Yes.
seasons.
I would
It
think
is
right
possible.
now they're working, probably on the second core?
Well, who knows? I mean, who knows? All I can say is that it is possible that they could finish up spring 2013 and then just have a break and then release the second half later on. I don't know. Again, this is kind of weird because I don't know how studios negotiate with TV broadcast stations ahead of time, but it is plausible for them to do that if they're currently facing a shortage. It's the only thing that they can do.
Yeah. We'll keep watching this one.
Yep.
Oh, I'll let you run with this one, Arrow. I'll stay out of the way.
Ah, yes. Idolmaster. So I need to tell you guys a little tale. I was walking home one day.
It's fireside chat with Aeroblip.
So I was walking home one day. This was actually a month ago, and as I was walking home, I got caught in a blizzard, and I tripped and I fell and I banged my head on a rock. And this essentially Satan popped up to me and he said, "If you sell me your soul, I'll save your life." And I said, "Fuck you, Satan, but if I give you my soul, will you give me Idolmaster?" And that's essentially what he did. Now, Satan is a really, really tricky bastard because I was specifically hoping for Idolmaster 2, which came out on the Xbox 360 and later on the PS3. He gave me Shiny Festa, which is like the PSP games. I'm not mad at that.
Yes,
I was hoping it would
You're
be cheap.
disappointed.
I was hoping it would be cheap in the U.S. because I know Namco has actually done like Idolmaster DLC in a lot of games. They decided to release each PSP game, which each PSP game is $55, and there's 3 games.
Ooh.
And that did not make me mad. The part that makes me say, fuck you, guy, is the fact that it's only on iOS devices.
Yes, that's right. It's only an iOS game.
That is stupid. That is the most retarded thing ever.
So I guess what you got to buy?
No,
Buy
I'm not
yourself
buying
an iPod
iPhone.
Touch, man.
No, that's stupid. I have a Windows phone. I like my Windows phone. It actually works better than you guys think. So, stupid. And I think they're only releasing it on iOS is because it has a lowercase I and then capital OS. But I do want to play it, though. I really do.
All right.
So here's the thing. All you Idolmaster fans, I hate to say it, but if we want to see more of these things, you're going to have to buy the game. If I had a device, in all honesty, if I had a free device, I would actually fork down money for this game.
I can send you one. If you can get it to work, it's yours.
I mean, it works. They
No.
work.
All right.
Or are you saying the iOS devices don't work?
No, I have an iOS device that if you can get it to work, it's yours.
Oh, really? Want to ship that to me?
It's like a Gen 4 iPod Touch that got broken. I never got it to work again.
Oh, touch, no. Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Go for it.
Where are we at here? Oh, you you animated this. Nice
All right, next
little-
slide.
Nice mustache there.
Thank you.
Kiwani is announcing another project, which kind of strikes me as odd. They have three. They're just like IG. They have three irons in the fire.
Mm-hmm.
So what the heck are they? Everybody keeps speculating. It's going to be a swimming anime. Like, really?
Well, they already announced the swimming anime, I thought.
No, it's speculation, I thought.
Okay, so there's that. And then they already released, they actually officially announced an original, right?
I don't follow.
I remember there's
By
like
choice,
a girl with
I
like,
really don't
there's
follow
like a girl with
Kiwani.
like red glasses. Like, that's the only picture I remember seeing. I think that's the one they said. Was
Oh,
like,
that's the one. Oh, yeah. That's the one
it's
where
like an original story, right?
it's not an original story. It's about that. Yeah. They're doing that when it comes out in summer. I know. I can't think of the name. She's got
Yeah.
red glasses. The boy saves her. Now he's thrown into this whole mix of stuff. People have powers. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, and it's not Red Data Girl. So
No. Red. It's not. Oh, good God, no. No, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name. If Sabas was here, he'd get me. But yes.
Yeah. So there's two shows on speculation. Now here's the thing. This is what really intrigues me is the fact that they're making a big fucking deal about this. They're like, oh, it's going to be special announcement on Nico Nico. We're going to have secret guests come on. It's going to be a fantastic time. What could they announce? What could they announce that would actually live up to like be such a big deal?
I can't really say.
Like, because there's only two things that come to mind. Is that it's a new Haruhi or a new Full Metal Panic.
I thought the FMP had already been announced.
What?
Or no,
There's
wait a
another
minute.
one after Second Raid?
Never mind. No, I think it's something else. Because
Yeah.
it went Full Metal Panic, Full Metal Panic,
Fumofu.
And
Full Metal Panic, Second Raid.
Second Raid.
Yeah. So it's like, what could
Yeah.
it be? And like, I don't know, people are like trying to fill in the blanks with these silhouettes. Like, that's actually what they officially posted, the silhouettes. I don't know. I have no clue.
I don't know. Honestly, Kiwani does their own thing. I don't follow it unless it's interesting. Like I said, they could be overstretching themselves too, and we can end up with a pile of garbage.
Well, who knows? I mean, it's
Steam.
Tomako Market.
Oh my gosh, that show was a disappointment.
Yeah.
Coming off of
2DT tried to persuade me to pick that one up. Couldn't do it.
We love
tried
you,
again.
2DT, but you can't. We just can't do that, man.
Sorry, 2DT. Tomako Market sucks. All right.
Yeah, moving on.
Yep.
Blu-ray sales. I have not paid attention to any of this, so I'm kind of seeing this for the first time. I apologize, people.
So you got Chunibyo pulling out 10K over the week. Psychopath's 5th volume gets 5K. Tomako Market, which sucks. Kidding. That pulls out 3K. Maou-sama, that's
Tanking.
it's another 2K. And then the last two shows are essentially ones that have been out for like a month now. Yeah, I mean, besides Chunibyo, this...
Yeah,
kind of
it's funny.
feels
The projected sales on Maou were so huge at one point. It's really done just pitiful.
I mean, what did you expect, though?
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't the great. It's a very niche show. It doesn't appeal to a wide range of people.
Mm-hmm.
So it does not shock me.
Yeah. I mean, here's the worst thing, though, is that this is just going to convince ARMS to do more fan servicey shows.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all it's saying is that, like, hey, we tried to do something. Yeah, we might have botched the light novels, but yeah, it's sad, but it's true. That's what happens.
So the next Chuni comes out this fall?
What do you mean, Chuni? Oh,
Chuni
whatever
2.
that. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, Chuni 2 Electric Boogaloo? I don't know.
Maybe not. I know they've announced. I can't remember when it comes out.
I hope that's not the announcement.
It already came out. They already made an announcement, what, 2 weeks ago? 3
No, I
weeks
hope
ago?
that's not the official. Like, again, I hope they're not picking a show that we already know about to be the official announcement.
Oh, for this. Oh, for Keel. Oh, who knows?
For this Friday. By the way, that announcement, forgot to mention, it's coming out this Friday.
Oh, yeah,
so
2 more days.
from now.
Yeah.
2 days from now, we'll know. But, yeah.
All right, so Blu-ray sales are what they are. Not a great time for releasing stuff of any importance.
Yep. Sorry.
So, this season, Arrow, we were, some would say, blessed with 3 mecha shows of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Gargantia, Majestic Prince, and Valvrave the Liberator. We can make other puns about that name later. So, all 3 have their unique niche, what they're approaching, what they're trying to do. Gargantia has this high-tech, low-tech combination. Majestic Prince is like Power Rangers. It's a, what's the right word for it? There's a format for that. You know, you got your 5 characters. They're all different colors, 2 females, 3 males. Your Power Ranger type stuff, right? And then you have Valvrave, which is it's a completely campy mecha show.
It's like Seed, Gundam Seed, Code Geass.
And a little bit of Shiki mixed in.
Oh, yeah. If you want to call it that, sure.
Yeah. I'm just making stuff up here. So, in your opinion, out of these 3 who are approaching things completely different, what do you think is the best mecha show this season?
Okay, so me being the awkward person that I am, everyone knows I have weird tastes. There's a difference between good shows and fun shows. There's a clear difference between the two.
Okay.
In my book. As far as the good show this season, it's probably going to be Gargantia. You know, it's simply put, like, ignore who the writer is and ignore the production staff. This is actually a really well-done show. The animation is nice. The world they're trying to build is marvelous. And the contrast between high-tech and low-tech, as you mentioned, essentially, you know, another, as I like to say, a fish out of water type of drama we have here. It's a very interesting approach. And I do like the execution that they've done with it so far. However, the one I would probably say is the most fun one is probably Majestic Prince. Simply for the fact that I like the everything about it just seems aloof, where you can't really take it too seriously. Like, the animation style is very round. Like, they don't really have definite features on people's faces or on the backgrounds or anything like that, if you notice.
Okay.
Like, their noses are literally like a line.
So
like, I kind of like, the style it gives off, like, it feels really not, I wouldn't say campy, but at the same time, it's like it knows what it's trying to do, where it's just.
Well, I think it's spot on in what it's trying to be. Definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
But I like the mix. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't take itself all that seriously. It definitely has some disappointment mixed in there. Like, the characters are failures, and they do fail, you know?
Yeah.
Not every time they go out as one of these, I'm a loser, but I win situations. I'm completely agreeing with those two. I think Valvrave is just it's a guilty crown mecha to me. It's just completely...
Oh, yeah, that's another one to compare it to, I guess.
But it's terrible. It's just... You got a vampire pilot who can switch bodies. Oh, my... It's like, come on, really?
I don't know.
It's just kind of... It's so... It's campy is the only word to use for it. It's just like... I'm almost to the point where it's like, I'm just going to drop it. But it's comedy, though.
I don't take it as comedy. I mean, as bad as it may be, or as much as people complain, like, I feel like there's still something that this show has. Like, there's an ace up its sleeve somewhere that it's waiting to bust out. Like, that's the only reason I'm watching is that, like, the first episode, that was just a complete what the fuck in the sense that, like, so much was going on. There was no context for anything.
Yes.
Like, guy likes girl get blown the fuck up, guy gets mad, vampire powers, girl comes back to life without vampire powers, guy starts crying like a little bitch because he's a vampire. Like, I don't get this show.
Yeah, it's just
But I feel like there's a message, like, there's something about it, not a message. It's got that Code Geass thing where you're just wondering, like, what the fuck is it going to pull out of its sleeve? Like, what the fuck is it trying to show off?
Sure. Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's literally WTF.
It is. It's a big WTF. I think Gargantia is going to be fine. I just don't think it's going to be for me as enjoyable as Majestic Prince. I can sit down and watch Majestic Prince, and I just enjoy the experience. Gargantia just seems to be preachy at times.
I wouldn't say it's preachy. I don't know. I have this weird feeling about Gargantia. I just let it wash over me, and I just accept it for what it is. I don't want to, like, I don't try to think deeply about what the message is. I don't really compare, like, the two societies. I'm not doing what most fans are doing and are trying to overanalyze the shit out of this. I think it's just a simple guy sees a different world from a different perspective.
Okay.
Like, I don't know.
So for me, if I'm going to rank these from 1 to 3 on if they all came out at the same time and I could pick, if I had to rank them, I'd go Majestic Prince, Gargantia, then Valbrave.
Yeah. Actually, I kind of like this. So one of our viewers right now, Masaka, thank you for coming on here. He says, quote, "The twist is that Valbrave is actually Satan incarnate." I kind of like hearing that.
I can buy into that. Somebody was mentioning on Twitter this week that there's a bird, a 3-legged bird, that's a symbol on the actual mecha. That bird in Shinto is like the phoenix. It's a reincarnation symbol. So I thought that was very interesting.
See, when you say 3-legged bird, the only thing I can think of is Dodo from Pokemon.
Oh, jeez. All right. You ready for game time?
All right.
Word up. So in Word Up, we each choose one word to describe a series. We choose 3 series, and we each give our 2 cents. You ready?
Go for it.
All right, first one. Red Data Girl. So the red glasses girl we don't like. You ready?
Yeah, go for it.
I chose Disappointment. When it got to episode 3 and we got the twist, I didn't think the twist was all that good. I was like, really? I waited 3 episodes for that? And it's kind of, so disappointment.
Yeah. I say it's slow. And I know the slowness was deliberate. Like, the show was essentially trying to, it was trying to build up to something big. But I think the problem with that is that it went too slow to the point where there was no tension.
Gotcha.
There was literally no tension. Like, the first episode, it was all about setting up this place and setting up exactly who this girl is. But we don't actually understand the extent of her powers until the end of the second episode. And even then, we don't understand exactly the consequences she has on the world until the end of the 3rd episode. But the meat and potatoes of the story is actually going to start on the 4th episode. That's not cool.
I think we're both in agreement. I stopped after 3 episodes. So
I'll keep going.
You'll keep going?
Yeah, of course.
You have to let me know if it gets any better.
It probably won't, but I'll let you know.
Sounds good. Next up, The Hentai Prince and the Stony Cat, which surprisingly I'm actually watching. So let's. I know. Sabas gave it a glowing recommendation, so I had to try it at least. All right, you ready?
Go for it.
You're up first. Oh no, I'm up first again. Or you can go. Go for it.
Okay. I think the show's rambunctious. I like how over the top this is. So 2 episodes in, we essentially have a guy who can't shut up in a funny way. A girl who wants to say, who wants to emote what she's thinking, but she can't. And a girl who wants to say essentially what she wants to say but can't because she feels restricted by other obligations. I love this show. It's so silly. It's so slapstick. It's so etchy. You just can't help but like it. That's the thing, is that it knows what it's doing, and it's totally going in that direction. So JC Staff, good for you. Good for you. You picked up a fairly funny show, and it's really cute and colorful, and it's so fast paced, and I don't care that the OP and ending songs make my ears bleed because of how high pitched they are.
I will give you credit. The ending is cute.
The ending is cute because, yes, again, it hurts to listen to it. But at the same time, the way how it's actually pretty fluid in the dance animations that they do.
Yep.
And how you're essentially comparing and contrasting, the main girl and what she was and wants to be compared to how she is now. I like it. It's cute. It's just downright cute. And not in a sexual way, so don't call me one of those people.
Don't call you a lolicon?
I was going to say pedophile, but yeah, that works too.
All right. I just said meh. It's okay, but it kind of reminds me of, do you remember the sadomasochist show that was out a year ago? It was MM.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
It kind of reminds me of that.
How so?
It's perverted stuff here and there.
Oh.
I don't know. It's kind of that over the top. It takes a topic, goes over the top. So, it's enjoyable to watch, but it's not, I could drop it and I don't think I would be disappointed. Mm-hmm. But I'm watching it, I enjoy it, so I'm just kind of in that middle, back and forth ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let me clarify, too, that, I have no problem with shows being ecchi. I just don't want it to be overly excessive where it's distracting. And that's what I like.
You don't want it to be too Love-Ru, basically.
Yeah, but what I like about this show is that it's ecchi in the sense that it's actually what the comedy is in, and the comedy is done well.
Yeah, it is. I'll give you that.
It is. Yeah.
Okay, next one.
Go for it.
We're going to do it, man. We're going to go to Aku no Hana.
Okay.
Flowers of Evil. All right, I'll start us off on this one.
No.
I have you on top of this. I put underwhelming. So I'll give you a reason why. I've read the manga, and after watching the first 3 episodes, I just don't feel like it has the same impact. Like it just doesn't make that. It doesn't make that hit. The rotoscoping is distracting. The pacing is off. It just doesn't feel right. It's underwhelming to me. It does not make the same impact the manga does.
Interesting. So I went with disturbing, and my opinions are kind of skewed in the sense that I didn't watch episode 3 yet. I'll get to that later. I said I'm not going to discuss it. I'll just watch it later. But based on what I've seen so far, so the first 2 episodes, I like the rotoscoping because based on what I've seen in this show is that it's all about this really disturbing thing. It's about this puberty. It's about lust. It's about like essentially it's just social awkwardness at its prime, and you just can't help but like I don't feel I just can't help but feel dirty watching this. And I like the rotoscoping is that it actually enhances that atmosphere. Where it's
but the rotoscoping takes away from those in the manga. Everything's kind of beautiful, and it's like this destruction and ugliness behind the beauty. And for me, the rotoscoping, everything's ugly to begin with, so how do you make something beautiful ugly when it's already ugly?
Well, I think that's the point, though, is that how do I say this? Is that this show is discussing something that's ugly. Like, again, I don't know the story. You said you've read the manga.
But, I mean...
Okay. You said you read the manga. I don't know the story, so hence my different perspective.
Yes.
Only thing I can say is that based on the first 2 episodes, it seems like this is not going to be a story of happy endings. Like, people are going to get hurt. Someone's probably going to get stabbed. And this is just going to be a very ugly show about someone coming to understand their inner thoughts and their subconscious. And the way it depicts all that stuff, like his lust, all that desire, just pent-up angst, like, it's never beautiful. And by using that rotoscoping, by making everything look ugly, whether it's the characters, the environment, like everything just looks ugly. And I think it actually adds to the ugliness that I'm perceiving from the tone.
You're supposed to perceive ugliness, but you're supposed to perceive the destruction of beauty or the perversion and dirtiness behind beauty. It's just, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see.
Well, see, here's the problem, is that you keep saying specifically the destruction of beauty. So I'm assuming that there's something in the manga that's indicating that something was supposed to go right, but then went terribly wrong.
Well, no,
I don't know that. I'm
not gonna spoil anything for you. All I'm saying is that, yeah, as you get farther, it's gonna be. I mean, it should come off as disturbing. That's great. I'm glad you're feeling the disturb. I just don't think the other messages that the manga comes across with are going to be as impactful when you're in the way it's done right now.
Well, here's the thing, though. This is the problem that a lot of adaptations have. Do not compare the show to the manga.
But it's a like-for-like adaptation, though, right now.
But it doesn't matter if it's a like-for-like adaptation. If they're using a different animation style, it could be done purposefully to present it in a different tone.
I know, but
there's an overall different.
But see, the problem is if you present this in a different tone, you're going to lose. You're going to lose one of the messages, one of the key messages, and one of the most disturbing things that would happen. I guess one of the most disturbing things about the manga. And you'll see,
again,
you're going to find out here probably 9 through 12, those last 2 episodes, you're going to see something that's going to piss a lot of people off.
Well,
and it makes more sense, though, when the characters are beautiful, quote-unquote.
Well, again, that's because you already know the story. That's why you think the rotoscoping is off. For me, not understanding the story, I'm going to get a different perspective, which means that, again, I think the animators are taking this... They're taking liberties with the story and providing it in a different tone.
Well, they've already said
a different atmosphere. Yes. They said this, right?
Yes. I mean, it's not.
All right, then
I'm just saying, but
stop, if they say this, then stop comparing the two.
No, I'm going to compare the two because
at this point, it's literally apples and oranges.
Which is a problem.
It's not a problem.
It is when you're trying to see. Never mind. When you're done, you need to read the first, I guess, the high school years, the junior high years. You'll understand the difference. It's losing one of its key messages, which is going to be disappointing because the show will end up being half of what it could have been.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is it's up to the animator's hands of how they want to tell the story. I totally get what you're saying. Here's a good example.
You would be disturbing would be an understatement if it was done correctly. You would be disgusted. Is what I'm saying. There's a difference between disturbing and disgusted.
I don't know the story. I don't know the story, so I don't know how it's going to develop. Considering what I've been seeing, for all I know, I could have a completely different emotion that's different than what I've read from the manga, and that's okay. That's what I'm saying. It's okay because it's an anime adaptation.
And I'm saying you're going to miss out on being completely disgusted and disturbed because they're missing on execution.
I don't think so. Because as I've seen now, again, I don't know the story, but what I've seen now is that the rotoscoping adds to what the tone and the message of the story is. The authors or the illustrators, the animation studios, all those guys clearly have a story to tell. And the rotoscoping, from my perspective, adds to that. But the problem is you keep comparing it to the manga.
Because it should be. It's the same story.
But you can't. It's its own entity. It's like comparing Persona 4, the animation, that to the actual game. You can't do that because it's two different experiences. The anime was clearly focusing on the comedy and the slice of life action stuff. That's what made the anime so great. And it's completely different from the tone and setting of the game.
So what I'm telling you, though, is you are going to miss out on a key element then. That's all I'll say then.
I don't believe you.
I do. You don't have to believe me. I'm just telling you, you will.
I don't believe you. I refuse to believe you.
That's fine, but you're going to miss out on, like I said, come about episode 9 to 12, somewhere in there, there's a situation that is going to piss a lot of people off, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to thoroughly enjoy it. And it's going to lose some impact because you're not going to see a fall from grace.
I don't believe you.
That's fine. Because the visual aesthetics are not going to have you experience that fall from grace.
I'll wait till I see it.
Well, you're gonna hear about it before you see it probably. The first person who watches it that week's gonna ruin it for you, but
yeah, I mean, I've already learned how to stay away from Twitter. It's really easy, guys.
Yeah. All right. So we're done with the game.
Yeah.
We're finishing up.
Go for it.
So, final thoughts. Actually, go first, and then I'll finish up.
You go.
I'll say I read The Voyage Hotel.
How was it?
I read for the first. Actually, they just released day 50. It's comedy I can get behind.
Yeah.
I like it. I enjoy it.
See, I really like that.
It's just over the top, just ridiculous. It's funny.
I like the author's style too. That's the thing. Is that like the way he draws it? It's very heavily influenced on the West. Yeah. It's almost like he's ripping off people who try to do fan drawings of The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, it has that feel, doesn't it?
Yeah. If you like that, there's another manga out there. It's like it's also ongoing. What is it called? Nickelodeon. By that same guy. Check out that manga too.
Same guy who does Voyage Hotel?
Mm-hmm. And it's more focused on twisted short stories.
Okay.
So, again, two different. Again, one's like one of them is like a dark comedy plus loss, while the other one is more like a dark comedy in the form of short stories.
Okay.
So yeah, I like them both.
I really enjoy Voyage Hotel, so I appreciate the recommendation.
No problem.
That's about all I have. I'm so far behind on stuff. It's been one of those months. Anyways, what about you?
Yeah. Let's see. If I had some kind of Apple device, I would probably buy Idolmaster.
I would not. I would be disappointed if you didn't.
Yeah, but really, guys, I really don't like Apple though. That's the problem. Is that
I haven't. Like I said, I haven't bought an Apple device for myself in 4 years, 3 years?
But why would they limit themselves only to Apple devices? That's what I don't get.
Because it's the evil empire.
It's so stupid. It really is stupid. Also, yeah. Also, let me do a quick plug. Friday Anime Podcast, there'll be one posted this Friday as well. That one features Scamp and Processor.
That should be a good one.
So Scamp from the Cart Driver and Processor from Anypulse. You should definitely listen to that one, too.
Both Brits, aren't they? Oh, no,
Sort
Irish
of.
and a Brit, sorry.
Sort of.
I thought Processor lived in the UK.
He does. No, it's Scamp is the questionable one.
Scamp lives in Southern
UK.
Ireland. In Ireland, not Northern Ireland, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's all the same place.
Oh, don't say that.
What? I'm assuming they all wear kilts, and everywhere you go, it's going to be green grass.
Kilts is Scottish, man.
Cloudy. That doesn't matter.
Oh,
I
no.
don't care. It's not Moe. That's fuck it.
Oh, jeez, man. All right. So, don't forget on Mondays, you can join our partner show, On the Clock, Anime on the Clock. Same location, Mondays at 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We have Eastern Standard Time, but Eastern Daylight Time, which is now GMT -4.
Mm-hmm.
Kevo from the same place, Desu,
That's correct.
and Akira. I can never remember his new blog's name.
He has a blog now?
Sort of.
It's like on and off, isn't it? Who cares?
Kinda. Yeah. So come join them. It's a lot of fun, guys. As always, you can find this show and others at animeaudiolog.wordpress.com, podcast feeds at iTunes, YouTube, and if you're interested in joining us on the show as a guest if one of us are gone, email us right there.
Yeah. Also, tell your friends about the show because our viewership took a substantial dive today.
Yeah, we had technical difficulties too, which didn't help.
I mean, still. So last week when 2DT came on, by the way, 2DT came on, so you should probably watch that show as well. We had almost 45 live viewers.
I know.
I mean, it fluctuated, but still 45 live viewers. That's pretty good. Today, we peaked out at 15. So all you guys, let your friends know. We want the show to be big because the bigger the show is, that means the more involved we can get with the community, and we can tailor it more towards you.
And do better stuff too.
Yes, we could. I don't need to get paid. I just want more viewers. Or ship me.
Ship Aeroblip. I think that's about it, man. I think we're on our last hoorah right here. So, Joe Animated and Mr. Aeroblip.
Yep.
See you guys next week.
Peace.